But I need more. I need to hit a land. Honestly, I need that land, baby. So let's attack. You want to try me, huh, punk? No, I didn't think so. Heartless Act. That's that's I'll take that. Would I rather draw or gain life? It's a difficult one. Honestly, I think I'd rather draw, right? I think I'd rather draw. I still haven't hit a land this turn, so if I can, woo! Let's go. What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're going to be diving into a Magecraft Aggro deck. Why did I decide on such a complicated name? Because it sounds cool, really. That's pretty much it. And furthermore, we're diving back into the Leonin tribe, or the Leonin series. We had a bunch of Leonin cards a while back. Those of you that have played Magic for a little while, y'all know that. I don't have to explain that to you. So Leonin Lightscribe, 2-mana 2/2, came out in Strixhaven, and it has this cool little Magecraft ability. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Now, when this card first came out, I was a little hesitant on whether or not it would be super effective. Obviously, it looks pretty good. It seems pretty good. It's a 2/2 that buffs all your other creatures for essentially not a huge cost there. Because, on the flip side, you're just getting a sort of basic-ass creature that's easily removed. But the ability is really good, being it's on a 2-mana creature. So how do we abuse this? How do we take this to our full advantage and use it to allow us to win? Well, you throw it in an aggro deck where you can have a whole lot of creatures down and can have a whole lot of spells popping off, right? Top that off, we have Lotus in the deck to help us get back all of these lower costing creatures, and well, it's not a bad creature itself. 3/2 lifelinker is cool. Another new card that I said this card was going to be good. I said it, and it's been proven me right so far. I've seen this card a ton in this new Strixhaven standard. Clever Luminancer, 1 mana, 0/1, but its Magecraft ability reads whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, Clever Luminancer gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Which means if you cast something like Defiant Strike and target it, it goes up to a 3/3, and you get to draw a card. And if you have a Leonin Lightscribe down, then it goes up to a 4/4, and Leonin goes up to a 3/3. So now you have 7 points of damage for 4 points of mana value, and you got to draw a card. Which, to me, it just blows my mind, right? Not to mention the fact that I got a frog in my throat this morning. Not to mention the fact that we have some of the best cards from Kaldheim in the deck as well, such as Clarion Spirit, which reads whenever we cast our second spell each turn, we're going to create a 1/1 white spirit creature token. So whenever we cast these cheap spells, which usually we'll be casting 2 a turn, we're going to create more creatures. Those creatures are going to get buffed by Leonin Lightscribe, and so on and so forth. Now, I will say this original deck, I believe, has like 4 copies of Leonin Lightscribe or something like that, but your boy's a little broke right now as far as wildcards goes. Don't let that mythic rare up there lie to you. Only have 1 and I have 0 rares, so we do what we can. Anyways, 2 should be fine. 3 is even better, and of course 4 is the optimum number there. Taking a look at a few other new cards, we have Show of Competence, 2 mana, instant speed. Whenever you cast this spell, copy it for each other instant or sorcery spell you've cast this turn. You can choose new targets for the copy. Obviously, this is really good because each copy of this spell is going to help proc your Lightscribe and your Luminancer, and then additionally, you're getting the benefits of this spell, copied over again. And whenever you copy it, you can proc the Clarion, which, generally, if you're casting this spell second, you'll be proccing the Clarion anyways. But the ability of this spell, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, and it gains Vigilance. Really good. It allows you to be super offensive with this deck and defensive all in one, because creatures are going to be building with the counters, and then you can, of course, defend. That frog's not going away this morning, ladies and gentlemen. We, of course, have Seasoned Hollowblade in the deck. It's going to be a staple until it leaves, just because it's so hard to remove, and it's so easy to protect, right? Discard a card, and you're good to go. Now, outside of that, outside of our creatures, that is, we have a slew, a plethora, if you will, of effective spells. So Defiant Strike, we've talked about a lot. Cling to Dust, it has an escape ability, which means you cast it later on. It can gain you life, it can draw you a card, and all this is at instant speed, so it's really good. I don't think the original deck has a copy of Duress in the main board. I think it has it over in the sideboard. Speaking of which, this deck does have a sideboard, so if you're interested in playing best of 3, I think that's where this deck was originally intended. I'm just a best of 1 Andy, and so this is where I stick. Anyways, I think Duress is good in best of 1. Really helps against control players. It's okay against creature decks because, you know, generally they'll have an Imbric Lever. There's some kind of shenanigans in there, right? Kabira Takedown is some flip-floppy land as well as Agadeems. Both these two, you know, don't get too pent up on having to use the spell side. Sometimes just having the mana down, even though you won't feel it on the next turn, sometimes 3 or 4 turns down the line, you'll be like, ah, if I had instead used that Agadeem as a land, I wouldn't be so mana screwed right now, or I wouldn't have this problem of not having that 1 black mana I need to get Lotus down plus a... I don't know, that was a bad example. We don't have a whole lot of single black cost creatures, but you get what I'm saying. You know what I mean. The other new card we have in the deck, couple actually down here, I completely just missed them, forgot about them if you will. Plumb the Forbidden, 2 mana instant speed as additional cost to cast this spell. You can sacrifice, you don't have to sacrifice any creatures to play this spell, which is one part that I really love about it actually. So you can, when you do, if you do, then you copy this spell for each creature sacrifice. So obviously again with the Leon Lightscribe and the Clever Luminancer, that can get pretty big, and you'll have the Clarion Spirit creature tokens to sacrifice, and of course these are just 1/1, so if you're copying this spell for every 1/1 you have, then you could, depending on your board state, if you have, you know, multiple Leon and Light Scribes or multiple Clever Luminancers, you could be adding literally like 10 times that 1/1's damage to your board, right? And that's just beautiful. Not to mention the fact that you also get to draw a card. You do lose 1 life, so be a little careful with that, but again, we're aggro, so for the most part, you're going to be ignoring your life total and focusing on lowering your opponents, right? Humiliate, really awesome card. 2 mana, target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That's it, non-land. It can be sorcery, instant, creature, planeswalker, doesn't matter. Then they discard it, and you get to put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. This is the perfect combination of a thought erasure and an aggro deck. If it just had a little baby, right? It's absurd. It's insane. And yes, please. The fact that it's an uncommon, yes, go get you one. Vanishing Verse, really good card. Really strong card when it is strong. And of course, when it's not, it's kind of a dud. But we only have it as a one-off, so shouldn't happen too often. And then last but not least of the new cards, we got good old Silver Quill Command. 4 mana sorcery, choose 2, target creature gets +3/+3 and gains flying. Obviously, this is a great way to help you finish out the game. We don't necessarily need the Maul of the Skyclave anymore to help give us flying and, you know, just punch on through. Furthermore, you can return target creature with mana value 2 or less. That's most all of our creatures. You can draw a card and lose a life, and you can make target opponent sacrifice a creature. So for the most part, you'll be using the +3/+3 and flying, as it gives your creatures evasiveness, and the target opponent sacrifices a creature, as again, opponent could have a really big creature, and you making them take it out is a good thing. I think this deck does run 4 copies of Snarl and 4 copies of Pathway, but I don't have that, so I'm running 3 copies of Fable to supplement that little additional cost. As I mentioned before, we do have a sideboard over here, so if you're interested in best of 3, by all means, go have fun with that. Sorry for the little bit of an extended intro here, but you know, this deck has a lot of ins and outs and connections and workings and whatever. So I like to explain myself and be thorough. Anyways, if you've enjoyed this video so far, be sure to leave a like down below so that way I know that you know that I know that you like it. Anyways, if you have a favorite part of the video, comment it down below. If you have a question about Strixhaven, don't be afraid to ask. And if you have a favorite card, well, I'd be interested to hear why and, well, what it is. Anyways, if you're enjoying the content here on the channel, please be sure to leave a subscribe. I was going to say leave a like down below, but I already asked you for that. So just subscribe, hit the bell icon. That way you can get more content from yours truly. And, you won't be disappointed. I can almost 50% guarantee that. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's go play some Magic Magecraft stuff. Necro Aggro deck. Wrath Drake. I don't love this hand, but we do have 2 lands starting out. Not a whole lot of creatures. I'm going to take a mulligan. I feel alright with that mulligan, actually. Probably going to toss back the Silver Quill Command. We got 2 mana. We can use the Luminancer, maybe a Defiant Strike. See if we can't find something sooner rather than later. Let's toss that back. Let's get this down. Let's get you down. I knew this little card was gonna be something. It was gonna be a big star someday. Now look at it. It's getting played. I don't know the actual stats on this deck. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I go and look and I care, and Other days I don't. You know what I mean? Sometimes you hop on a Magic and you're like, you know, today I want to play the top deck. Today I want to play the best deck and see how good am I as a Magic player. Can I make the right decisions? Do I win more games when I play, you know, a top tier 1 meta deck? And then sometimes you're like, you know, if I see something cool happen today, I don't care if I'm even the one that plays it. Today, that's more so my feeling. I'm like, you know, as long as we see some new stuff, as long as we see something like pop off or something interesting, I'll be happy. Stone Cool Serpent right off the rip-a-rooney. We can't really use Cling to Dust yet, which is why I'm contemplating using Humiliate, because this allows us to make them discard. Come next turn, we can use Defiant and Cling to Dust, right? So I think I'm gonna do this. I like making the opponent reveal what is going on. Annex, Season, Blade Historian. You got so many good stuff, so many good things. We don't have the means to deal with this stuff yet. I think we get rid of the Seasoned, actually. Actually. Because that's their very next play. That's their very next turn. And that thing's going to be hard to remove just in general. I think we can figure a way out to get to that Annex and that Blade Historian. Given time. Clavion Spirit. Is this a Winota deck? It feels like a Winota deck. Feels awfully Winota-ish. I like the addition of Stone Cool, though. I will say that. That is a nice little grab. +2/+2 on you. You go up to a 3/4, 4/4, which means you can swing in and still do stuff. I would love to get down to Leonin. But I need more. I need to hit a land, honestly. I need that land, baby. So, let's attack. You want to try me? Huh, punk? No. I didn't think so. Heartless Act. That's, you know, that's, I'll take that. Would I rather draw or gain life? It's a difficult one. Honestly, I think I'd rather draw, right? I think I'd rather draw. I still haven't hit a land this turn, so if I can, woo! Let's go. Such a goofball. All right, what I would really like to see now that the game's just, you know, giving me everything I want. Give me another land. All right, I'll toss down the Leonin. I'll use a little Heartless Act on the Annex. Things will be great. It'll be fantastic. What you looking at there, punk? You feeling lucky? That Blade Historian, though, maybe we need to save our Heartless Act for that. You know what I mean? It is just one turn away. I'm not so sure we can find another answer that soon. We'll see. We shall see. If I don't draw a land, what's going on? What's going to happen? Probably just stay defensive, use Heartless. That boosts Luminancer still to a 3/4, which is big enough to deal with, like, Annex and stuff, right? I do like Blade Historian Annex. I didn't think about that, but, you know, that gives Annex +4 power and double strike whenever it attacks, so that's good. It's good. No, you didn't, game. No, you didn't. You bastard. Alright. Okay, then. Well, we gotta go for the Heartless Act still. No attacks. Clever Luminancer. We'll see just how clever you are. Hopefully the opponent falls for this play. And then Blade Historian. Right? Because you don't want an Embercleave. Another Annex. And they're gonna drop Blade Historian to try and double strike all my stuff. You know, honestly, I that's fine. Whatever. Whatever. Create your little satyrs. Why didn't it stack them all? That's strange. That is strange. Now, ousted this turn, they still won't be able to block the Blade Historian next turn. I'm gonna resolve this. Resolve. Resolve, 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 resolve. This says you may, so we don't actually have to sacrifice a creature in order to cast this, which means she can still go to a 3/4. I think. Yeah, okay, that worked. That worked. It's alright, everybody. It worked. Calm down. I mean, I guess at this current point in time, it actually doesn't matter. Grab another planes, because why not? So if I go for you, I do still have this. Of course, I guess we could have moved. Nah, I want to have the additional creature down, right? Alright. I think that's my turn. I think that is my turn. So they're going to drop Blade Historian in a big hoorah, hoopla, look at me go kind of thing. We're going to pass to attackers. Pass to blockers. We're going to block you there. Whenever you cast any of the creatures you control, get +1/+1. So you will be able to take out you as well then, right? Alright. Now before you go to that damage, before you start doing that stuff, alright? Submit. Autopay. Now we can take that off. Bam, 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 bam. We're taking a little bit on the face, don't get me wrong. But they're down to 12. All their creatures are tapped that can block. So I'm thinking we just go, 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 and smash, smash, smash. I think we're going to have lethal right here, actually. That's 8. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yes, very nice. Get him, quick. Yeah, take it down. You know, I almost called it mono red. It's not. That was Winota. That was for sure a Winota deck. That was fun though. Why's you do that? Cause I wanted to. I really would love to see more land in my starter hand, but I'm gonna keep it because I'm a crazy person. These creatures actually aren't even the best synergistically, but that's okay. Unless I just draw a land here out the bat. Well, okay then. I was gonna say I'm gonna play Kabir Takedown as my land on turn 1, so that way turn 2 I can for sure hit the Seasoned Hollow Blade and blah 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 blah. But I hit a land, so here we are. Just Bureau Sentinel and a, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. It's the Lesnia counters, which means we're gonna need to get big fast. Okay, I think I just get down seasoned for right now. How you got so many creatures down, bro? Oh, right, the Sentinel. Duh. What do you say? Your opponents can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. You bastard. Place this card. We gotta get rid of that. Gotta get rid of that. Think you're doing over there? Abzan. Oh, it's a party deck. You here to partay. They don't reveal here, I don't think, right? Search your library, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Nope. No revealing. I have no idea what's so appealing. Alright, so they shouldn't swing in here, right? Because I can pretty much take out everything they have and own and love. You know, I might actually would have swung in with that Star Pupil if I were them. If I were in the other shoe. Flip the hand around. So I can use Kabira to take down Jaspera. Kabira to Jaspera. I thought it was cool. I could reveal their hand, right? They just went and got something. It's got to be pretty... What you got over there? What'd you just go get? Showdown? No, you don't need that. You don't need that Showdown. Trust me. I've seen what that card can do, and you don't need it. You just don't need it. You know, for a second there, I thought I wasn't recording. I always feel the silliest, the goofiest, the strangest when I'm sitting in a room all by myself and I didn't press the record button, because that's when it actually becomes me just talking to myself, you know, listening to a little lighthearted music, having a whole lot of lights shined on me, and then just just talking to myself. So we have Heartless Act, we have Humiliate again. I'm a fan of this. I am a fan of Humiliate. I think we go for it, honestly. Let's see what you got over there. It's a land? You bitch. You ba 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 ba. 5/3 on the Seasoned Hollow Blade. What? Next turn we're gonna have 4 mana, which is fantastic. It means we'll finally be able to use Show of Confidence to a slight degree. To a slight degree. My turn. So, I could go Kabira Takedown onto the Sentinel and use Show of Confidence. I like that. I kind of wanted to get down Agadim just so we have additional black mana to work with in the future. But do they need the Sentinel anymore? Is this worth a takeout? You know what I mean? Of course, we can't take out Magistrate, so the only other thing would be a Star Pupil, which essentially sends its power to here or here, which makes that a 2/4. I don't know. I think we just take out the Sentinel. Don't overthink it, Chance. Quit always second guessing yourself. Just go with what the heart says to go with. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jellybean? And I'm gonna go for a Show of Confidence too. I'm gonna show them how confident I am. Do I want to put a +1/+1 counter and a Vigilance thing on the Lourdes? Or on the Selfless, sorry, not the Lourdes. I don't think so. I think I'll just double stack my Season, and then I'll just get to slamming. Straight jamming. Straight Vigilance attacking. Oh, thank you. Whew. That's bad for us. That is bad. Very bad. They should hit us with the Heartless Act, which is fine, because we'll just turn around and use the Heartless Act. Agadeems? What? Can I toss that down as a land still? Or is it going to cost me 2 mana? Alright, my turn. My turn. Huh. Well, isn't that just a slap on the good old knee, huh? A slappeth on the knee. Destroy target. What? I don't want this thing getting big, but I feel like I can force this thing to get removed. I want to get rid of their flyer, right? What if this thing's become just too hard and then we can't get the Lourdes down? I gotta get rid of the Magistrate. Do it. Execute. And we'll throw that down tapped. Bam! Down to 13, just like that. Alright, now the opponent is pretty much top decking here. Oh, beautiful. Waz Cuz getting taken downtown. Let's go. Let us go. Code or a barcode. Any hoosers. I kept the hand because we got the Snarl into a regular land, so like we're pretty solid as far as getting out the gate goes. Getting out the gate goes. I'm tempted to actually throw down a Kabir takedown here because I want to get down the Leonin, then another Leonin, and then into a Defiant Strike. But I think the smart play is actually to just go ahead and get down Leonin, swing in with the Selfless, and you just hope, I guess, is the best way to put it. I hate using the word hope when you're dealing with probability and all that, but honestly, that's what you got to do a lot of the times in Magic is hope. The more technical players will call it something else. They call it strategize. Make more efficient. Try your damnedest. We're going to get down another light scribe. Psych. I'm just kidding. That's not what's going to happen, actually. Now, this doesn't really matter where we put it, because, you know, we're just doing it for the card draw. Do it with card draw. They're down to 13. We did get a little card draw there. Puts us to 4. Usher. Maybe I should have waited on that Defiant Strike. We'll see. I really like Show of Confidence. I really would like to play it at a higher... what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, that's just the one that costs 2 mana. Okay. I was gonna say, that ability is really bad, actually. Okay. So, I could go ahead and move Lourdes over and get Usher down. Or I go for, like, Plumb the Forbidden, draw a card, and this, which would put Leonin Light Scribe pretty high up there. How big do you get a 7/7? Alright. And we have to overcommit creatures to the board, which I think, up against Sultai, smart play. Binding. It happens. Happens to the best of us. Now, moving Lourdes over, that is a plan. That's a play. That's something you can do all day, all day, all day. No. Kabir only... Excuse me. Kabir only deals 3 damage for our deck right now, and I think their creatures, for the most part, should be bigger than 3, so... I'm going to go ahead and get that down as a land. This way we can bring Lourdes over on the next turn. Maybe use Plumb the Forbidden. We'll see what kind of state we're in. If I was to find something like a Light Scribe, a little Light Scribe action, we could use Plumb. But I think my deck may only have 2 copies of Light Scribe in it. Oh, okay, sure, opponent. Just hard cast that Alrund's Epiphany then. Brah. Fuck you, GPO2A. You fucking serial code. You freaking fracking mother flipping serial code. I can't get down Lourdes without having something to back it up, right? That just sounds absurd. But I have to. Can't not. That's just waste of mana. Y'all know me, I'm not a waste of mana. A lot of oh, okay, alright. You know, we tried. That's what matters. That's what counts in the end. We just got railroaded at every turn, and that's life sometimes, as Sinatra would say. That's life.